Hey everyone, Sean here and welcome to Invest with Fire. Are you having trouble using the ThinkOrSwim mobile app for iOS? Or did you just download the app and were like, what is going on here? Well, trust me, I totally understand because this app can be confusing and there's a lot of information on here. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the ThinkOrSwim mobile app for your iPhone so that you can start using this app quickly, so that you can make those sweet gains. I'd appreciate an early thumbs up as it lets me know that these videos are helpful, and these videos do take a really long time to make. With that being said, I respect your time, so let's get right into it. Here's the format. Part 1, setting up your watch list. Part 2, buying and selling stocks. Part 3, charts. Part 4, buying and selling options. And part 5, I will just kind of go over all the miscellaneous things with apps such as positions, orders, alerts, and paper trading. So let's get right into it. Part 1, watch list. So we're going to click on the upper left on watch list. And then we're going to create a new watch list. And we're going to name it Stonks. Click next. And it shows that our watch list is empty. So I'm going to add a symbol to it. We're going to go with Microsoft. And you added it, press done, boom. That's your watch list right there. You can make multiple watch lists and then switch between each different watch list just by clicking on the upper left in watch list and then selecting which watch list you want to look at. And that's basically it. Now we're going to go to part 2 where we buy and sell stocks. So after we created our watch list, we're going to go in and buy or sell a stock. So we're at the watch list and we're going to select our stock, and this takes you to this screen where you can trade the stock. This screen has a lot of information on here, right? In the upper left, you have the market price of the stock. Below that, you have the percentage of what the change was from the previous day. In the upper right, you have the bid and the ask price. And below that, you have all this fundamental financial information in here. A little neat thing you could do is you could click on this little gray circle with the down arrow just to hide that information. And below this, you have chart, news, options, profile, and we're going to go with this later in the video. But first we're going to buy or sell a stock. So if you want to buy a stock, we click on the upper right box, buy, and this takes you to the order editor. And again, this has a lot of information on here. And it's the same thing on the top. You have the market price, the change, the bid and the ask. Below that, you have the symbol again. And you can scroll right here. And you can select any, you can see any other information that you want to see. And below that, in this green, dark green box, you could change from buy to sell again if you want to sell the stock or buy it. You can select what kind of order you want. So do you want a limit order? Do you want a market order? Below that, you could select your quantity. And this is important. If you're going to do a limit order, make sure to click on this little lock right here that I'm unlocking and locking, right? Because if you leave it unlocked, this doesn't act like a limit order. I know, it doesn't make sense. So just make sure that it's locked and set your limit price. And after that, you can see the cost of the trade. Below the cost of trade, you can select how long this trade will be in effect. So you can select a day, you can select good till cancel, and all that good information. And you can also click on description to see what exactly you're doing. So next, you could click confirm. And this order confirmation gives you all the information of your order. So you can see that we're buying one stock and at the limit of $228.63. And you can see the cost of the trade, the buying power effect, and all that good information. And then when you want to execute this trade, you just click send. And I'm going to enter my password. And now it shows that my order was sent. I'm going to close this. Now we're in this order tab right here, and you can see that my order is working right now. So it hasn't gone through because it's the weekend. So it's going to stay in working until it can be finally filled. This will be the same process when you're selling a stock also. So next we're going to go into setting up charts. I'm back in my watch list. I'm going to select my stock, click on chart, and here's your chart. And now there's a lot of information on here also. So this first button in the left hand side middle, this is your timeline. And this is where you can select different timelines, right? I can see the 3-year chart, I can see the 6-month chart, and etc., right? And this is also customizable, where you can select your different time frames also. And you do this just by clicking on time frame, and then you can select how long, you know, what timeline do you want, right? So if we're gonna go 10 years, we'll go 10 years, and then we're gonna favorite this so that it's in our favorites so that we could select this. So right now I could select 10-year, and then boom. Here's my 10-year chart. And now you could pinch and zoom on this chart to see more information. It's really kind of hard to use this chart in the mobile app or like in any mobile phone, but if you're in a quick pinch, you can use it. If you just click on the screen itself, this little menu will pop up on the left-hand side. And this is where you can select different things such as studies. So if we clicked on this little beaker right here, this screen pops up that shows studies, and you could add little studies on here. So like you could do simple moving average, right? And then you could click on this gear button to change the settings of your study. And then you could click done to add the study. And now that line is added to the chart. And if you wanted to add another study, for example, we could add like a MACD. Click that. And again, you could click on the gear button and select your settings for this and click done. And now you can see below the chart, here's our MACD diagram right here. And that's how you add a study. So next, we're gonna go over your data box. So we're gonna tap on the screen and we're gonna click this little crosshair and this will pop up. And in order to use this, you just kind of hold down on the screen and then the crosshair will turn blue, and then you just move this around to where you want it, right? So if we wanted to see data from this candlestick, we just put the crosshair on that, and then you can see the open, the high, the low, the close, the range, and the volume. Next, we're gonna go over drawing tools. So we're gonna click on the screen again, and you're gonna click this little pencil, and you could say new drawing, and then you get all these drawing options right here. So for example, if we wanted a trend line, we could just tap on the graph again, and this little circle will pop up, and then you'll just tap on another part, and then you made a line, and now you can move the line like that, and you can add it. So boom, there is your line right there. And if say we want to add another line or new drawing, we could add like an arrow. Boom, there's my arrow, and that's it. So next we'll cover drawing sets. So if you wanted to have another view with a different set of drawings, right, we could just select this little layer button right here and then click on edit drawing sets. We're gonna make a new set. We're gonna call this draw 1. Click done, and then my chart is loading, and so you can see that the drawings disappeared. So say if I wanted to go to the other drawing set, my default, I'll click default, and boom, see, here's my line with my little arrow and my circle. And so this is kind of nice when you could kind of toggle things on and off. So next we'll go into views. So you could tap on the screen again, click on the eyeball, and you could toggle on drawings, right? So you can see on the right, I'm toggling on the little circle oval I drew and the line. You can also toggle on alerts on or off. You can toggle positions and working orders. And lastly, our styles. So this is nice when, say, you want to have one set of drawings to have like different indicators on that, and another set of drawings with more drawings and indicators. So I'll show you how to set this up. So first, again, we're going to tap on the screen. You're going to click on the little candlesticks and edit styles, and basically just add a new style, and you can call this whatever you want. Draw 1, next. And here you can select some studies, right? So I can add and edit studies again. So again, I could add a MACD right there, and then go back, and then done. So if I ever want to go back to this view, I could just select that style, draw 1. But if I didn't want it, I could go back to 1 day, right? Say if I didn't want it. And then if I'll show you again, if I want to draw one, like boom, here's my drawing again. So this is kind of nice when you want to toggle in between different studies or different drawings that you have on your charts. So part 4, I'm going to show you how to buy and sell options. So I'm going to select my stock, and in this tab right here, options, this is where you buy options. Below this you have information such as your IV, your percentage, what kind of spreads you want to do. So for example, if you want to do a single, or you could do a vertical spread, a calendar, condor, iron condor, covered stock, or a covered call. And you can even make your own custom option if you wanted to. And below this, you can see all of the options, right? So you can see, I'm going to minimize this so that you can see all the expiration dates. And I'm going to select the 5 day. You can see here that there is this yellow line right in between. And that just shows you what the price of the stock is. And below that are the out of the money strike prices. So the 230 to 240, those are your out of money. And above that is your 227 to 217. That's your in the money strike prices. And you can minimize this again and go into another one if you want. And again, you could add different columns of information on there if you want. So I'm going to show you how to sell a covered call. So we're going to click on spread. And then we're going to click cover stock. And now notice that the option chain turns a different color. And that's because it's taking account of the premium into the stock price. We're going to go out of the money. Our stock price is 228, so I'm going to select the 230 strike price. Click on this 220 bid. We're back in our order editor. You can see our stock right here, and you can see the options below that. So if we're going to do a cover call, we're going to select buy. You can see that we're buying 100 stock of Microsoft, and we're selling 1 call, and the expiration is September 18th, 2020 at the 230 strike price. Our premium is $7.97 per share, and we're going to select the limit order. We're going to press that little lock button, remember that, and then you can see the cost of trade, and then we have more description right here. We can see what you're doing, and I'm going to confirm this. Now we're at the order confirmation where you can see an overview of your trade. So you can see I'm buying 1 covered call of Microsoft at the 220 limit. You see my break even of the stock and my max profit and max loss. And when you press send, put my password in. Now it shows that my order was sent. I'm going to close this and I'm going to go to my orders. And again, it's working right now because it's the weekend. It will go in when the market opens tomorrow. And that's basically how you sell and buy an option. So next we're kind of going to all the other miscellaneous things you could do in this app. I'm going to go in my positions where you can see all your trades. You can see your profit loss, your profit open. I'm going to click on orders, and you can see that we have those 2 orders working right now. And then in this tab filled, you can see orders that were filled. Next you can see all your orders that you did for today. And that's basically orders. I also wanted to show you alerts. We went back to our chart, and I'm going to set up an alarm, and I'm going to click alarm, and then you could set up whatever alarm that you want. So you can look at the last price, right? And if it's greater than, and you can click your threshold and create alert. And it shows you your alert was created. At the bottom where alerts is highlighted, it's going to show all your alerts. And then you could cancel it if you want. And lastly, we're going to select on this more button at the bottom right. And this is where you can see your balances, and everything is in privacy mode right now. And what's also nice is that you can switch your account and you could go to paper trading, right? If you're just starting out and you want to learn how to do options, it doesn't hurt to do paper trading just to learn what you're doing first. Now, if you found any value from this video at all, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you want more videos on investing, personal finance, and option trading, consider subscribing and hitting that notification button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.